When the COVID crisis first hit, we looked out at the landscape of Colorado and looked at what the COVID crisis created. We found this moment where all of a sudden there was a stay-at-home order, there was a shutdown, schools were closed, daycare centers were closed. And so we suddenly knew that nurses and firefighters and police officers and grocery store workers would still be expected to come to work while the rest of us stayed home. And when they were coming to work, they wouldn't have any place for their kids to go. And we knew for us to be able to help them help us, we were going to need to make sure that they had access to childcare and to places for their kids to be that were safe. So we started building on Sunday. By Monday, we had emails out to hospitals to reach out to their nurse staff. By Wednesday, we did a press conference with the governor, and by the following Monday, we stood up the first statewide care for up to 1,000 families.
Macy is 4 years old, and that was a huge relief off of our shoulders not to have that one that needs the most care while she's in here working.
You know, she didn't skip a beat as far as like interacting with her friends, the teachers. For Macy, she would probably have no idea that there's this like pandemic going on, because Miss Pam and Miss Julie and all the teachers, they're like family.
When everything started getting crazy, our daycare shut down, which is understandable. However, there weren't any options for providing care for our son, as we're both full-time workers.
So we're very pleased that this has been an opportunity for us, and we've actually are now transitioning Max there for full-time daycare even after the pandemic.
The service they were able to provide us is something that's allowed us to continue to serve for our community.
This is such a great example of how public-private partnerships work at their best. 10 weeks of completely free childcare for grocery store workers and nurses and firefighters and police officers. We think we've not only solved the short-term problem, we've actually, in this urgency and this collaboration, found some long-term changes to the childcare system that will actually make it better for parents and easier for the state. And so we're excited about not just the short-term impact, but actually the long-term change that will come from this.